Déjà vu. This is that strange, eerie sensation when a current moment feels completely familiar, as if you've already lived through it in the past, even though rationally you know you are here for the very first time. In this split second, a short circuit occurs in the brain's operating system. Information from your senses accidentally bypasses the processing center and lands straight into the memory archive a millisecond too early. As a result, the brain mistakenly slaps an already seen tag on a brand new event. You catch a powerful illusion of a memory that feels convincing enough to give you goosebumps. A classic example of this glitch is the iconic scene from The Matrix, where Neo sees the exact same black cat walk past twice, signaling a massive software error in the simulation. Jamais Vu. Now let's flip that glitch inside out. Jamais vu is the complete opposite of déjà vu, and it feels significantly more terrifying. This is a state where something deeply familiar, routine, and close to you suddenly feels entirely brand new and foreign. You could be staring at your own face in the mirror, walking into your own apartment, or repeating a simple word like apple over and over until it completely loses its meaning and turns into a bizarre, alien sound. In this exact second, the brain simply disconnects the recognition function from your perception. You see everything perfectly, but you don't recognize it. In real life, this bug is frequently caught by writers or programmers who stare at the same common word for hours until it suddenly looks like an encrypted extraterrestrial code. Brain fog. The next bug is a state of mental cloudiness, commonly known as brain fog. Imagine that your high-performance processor was suddenly forced into power-saving mode, and your RAM was stuffed with digital garbage. Your thinking becomes sluggish, your focus blurs, and making even the simplest daily decision turns into an agonizing, heavy chore. You find yourself blankly staring at a screen or forgetting why on earth you just opened the refrigerator. This glitch is a textbook result of information overload, high stress, or chronic sleep deprivation, where the brain literally begs for a hard reboot under the pressure of our frantic digital lifestyle. A great example is Tony Stark during moments of severe emotional burnout, where the brilliant inventor temporarily loses his ability to think clearly and coordinate his actions due to stress and insomnia.
Tip of the tongue. We've all been in a situation where you know the exact name of an actor, a song title, or a specific word, but you simply cannot pull it out of your memory right now. This is the famous tip of the tongue phenomenon. You can practically feel the shape of the word, you remember what letter it starts with, but your consciousness keeps throwing a file access error. A temporary breakdown occurs during the data retrieval stage. The brain successfully located the right folder in the archive, but it cannot open the actual document. This bug usually worsens the harder you frantically try to remember, blocking the correct neural pathway. The best example is Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter with his Rememberall. The glass ball glows bright red. He knows for an absolute fact that he forgot something, but his brain completely locks down the actual information.
Autopilot mode. This particular glitch turns us into actual biological robots. Autopilot mode switches on when you perform complex sequences of actions completely unconsciously. The most classic example is when you are driving a car along a familiar daily route, park right by your house, and suddenly realize you don't remember the last 20 minutes of the road at all. To save precious energy resources, the brain offloads routine tasks onto deep subcortical structures and habits, while your conscious mind wanders off into the clouds. While this is wildly efficient for survival, it completely erases the present moment from your life. In pop culture, this bug is perfectly taken to the absolute extreme in the movie Click, starring Adam Sandler, where his character is physically present in reality, but his mind automatically fast-forwards through routine and boring everyday moments. Time distortion. Time is a relative concept, especially for our gray matter, and the time distortion bug has messed with everyone. When you are deeply passionate about a cool project or glued to an intense video game, 5 hours fly by like 5 minutes. But the moment you find yourself in a high-stress situation, a minor car accident, or simply waiting for a boring lecture to end, seconds stretch into an eternity. The brain alters its speed of time perception based on emotional intensity and the volume of incoming data it has to process. The more panic or boredom there is, the more our internal timer lags. Think of the main character in the movie Interstellar. Due to immense pressure and the sheer weight of the moment, time on a foreign planet felt entirely different to him, stretching every single minute into long, subjective years.
False memories. This glitch will make you question your own sanity, because our brain is not a pristine video camera. It's a sloppy, low-budget director. It doesn't record events perfectly. Instead, it completely rebuilds a memory from scratch every single time, using old fragments and painting in missing details on the fly. As a result, we can genuinely argue until we're blue in the face that we wore a blue jacket as a kid, even though every old photo shows it was green. The brain easily integrates other people's stories or vivid dreams into our personal history, creating full-blown false memories. On a societal scale, this phenomenon is called the Mandela effect. A striking example is how millions of people worldwide are ready to swear that the Monopoly man wears a monocle. They clearly remember it, even though the character has never worn that accessory in his entire history.
Overthinking Loop. And finally, the most exhausting bug of all, the overthinking loop. This is a severe glitch where the brain gets completely stuck in an endless cycle of analyzing the exact same problem, constantly replaying worst-case scenarios or old arguments in your head. You lie awake at 3 o'clock in the morning, coming up with the absolute perfect comeback to someone you argued with 5 long years ago. Your mental problem-solving system hits a critical error and simply cannot close the open tab. Instead of taking real-world action, the brain burns massive amounts of vital energy on empty mental circles, frying your nervous system. The ultimate embodiment of this bug is Prince Hamlet, with his endless doubts and his famous "to be or not to be" soliloquy. He became so deeply trapped in a mental loop of analysis and overcaution that it completely paralyzed his ability to act decisively and on time.